What I'm Crew Aaron at N-1 Thai Boxing Academy in Ottawa. Today we're going to talk about a couple different ways of wrapping your hands. Usually hand wraps come pre-rolled like this with the Velcro on the outside. You'll see a lot of people throw the hand wrap open and be fumbling with this, stepping on it, getting it all knotted up, and it's a mess. What I usually recommend is rolling it up on itself backwards so that you start with the side that you want and then you can roll it on your hand with ease. Velcro towards itself. I'm going to be using Joel today to assist me. He's one of our competitive athletes. So make sure that the wrist is straight, fingers are splayed. Now, using the loop, going around the base of the thumb. We're going to start with the wrist to support the wrist. Very often, when you're punching, this will happen, which could sprain the wrist. Very rarely will this happen, so we want to concentrate most of the support system across the back of the hand. Also, we're going to focus on the thumb today to make sure that if you jam the thumb, you don't get a classic boxer's fracture. And on the outside of the hand here, because sometimes glancing blows, if you're not hitting correctly, you could hurt the outside of the hand. So we're going to go a couple times around the wrist, up the back of the hand, a couple times, and then back down, getting that nice X pattern to support the wrist. Your fighter or competitor wants to keep their finger splayed so that the wrap isn't too tight. When you make a fist, the back of the hand broadens and you don't want to be too tight. If your fingers are starting to get cold or cramping, it means the hand wrap's too tight, but it still wants to be firm. We're going to go around the thumb, outside the thumb, around the thumb, and cinch it back towards the hand, keeping that thumb well supported. Then, this is a technique I learned in Thailand. I'm going to go around the finger and figure eight, and then back under the thumb. This is when he closes his hand, this tightens and it increases the tension on the back of the hand to support the wrist. Open up. Trying to keep it as clean and flat as possible. Again, you don't want binding or pinching. Clench it. Good. Open. Back up around the knuckles to clean all that up. If you got a little bit of extra wrap, I like to secure the thumb one more time. We're using a 4-meter stretchy wrap rather than the 3-meter firmer cotton wrap. I find it a little more comfortable. Fist. Ready to go. The second variation on the hand wrap is if the fighter is feeling a little bruising on the knuckles, maybe he's been overtraining a little bit, or generally just wants a little more padding on the knuckle. What I recommend is to make a pad for the knuckle. Now, different ways of doing this. I usually spread my fingers a little bit wider than the back of my palm, roll it upon itself a few times, about 4 or 5 times, just to make a nice thick pad. Once I've created the pad, place the pad over the knuckles. Not too high up on the fingers. And start my wrap here. Again, making sure that the fingers are splayed so that the wrap doesn't end up too tight upon completion. You want to make the X pattern across the back of the hand again. Don't forget to pull in the thumb. A lot of people forget the thumb, and if you've ever sprained the thumb, it doesn't feel very good. So, again, I like to do the figure eight around the finger and then back around the hand. That way when the hand is closed, you're actually increasing the tension on the back. Gives you a nice solid hand. Punch. Open. Sometimes the second round around the thumb, if you've got the extra length of the wrap, and then cinch it around hand. Palms nice and open for the MMA glove, and close. A little extra padding for the heavy hitters.